Hey, it's dinner time. Glad you guys could join me. I have something pressing that I wanted to share because I now live in a state where I'm back home again, and water is a situation that people take for granted, especially in places unlike here that are always concerned with water conservation, where the water's coming from. There's a lot to be concerned with, and water is becoming a pretty precious resource. So I wanted to share with you what I thought were good tips about the most unlike thing in the household, but washing dishes. Yes, take it all in. It should be an Olympic event, and my wife and I tend to take turns doing it because it gets out of hand, and it's amazing how two people at home all day can build up some dishes. So there's some things that you can do to keep not only your dishwashing what's the word I'm looking for, not so wasteful, efficient, I think is the word I was looking for. Sorry, it's legal here now. So now I would rather just share a couple things that would work for you at home, and if anything, if you don't get anything out of it, at least it'll help you learn about saving water, and it's just kind of really what this is all about. I will start though with a couple of items that are necessary when you're washing your dishes. Is your soap. I keep a little pump right next to the sink. I just transfer it from here. What are we working with here? Lavender Lily. It's dish liquid. This is plant-based. It's just as good as Dawn or anything else, and all of those products are actually pretty safe for waste purposes. So you're not poisoning the environment too much, unless you're using heavy-duty stuff like Fantastic and all that other cleaning agents and solvents and chemicals. It's not good. Your other important issue is sometimes when I fill this bottle up, just for a little conservation purposes, I'll fill it up to here and then add a little water and then gently shake it. It's not really affecting the potency. It's just kind of watering it out, and you can get further with it. Your sponge is the next most important thing. I'm sure there's somebody in your household, or you may actually be the culprit. This thing ends up in the bottom of the sink. It's like a Petri dish. I mean, look at that. Tell me who wouldn't want to live in there. It's made out of cellulose. It's got all kinds of pockets and places to hide. So changing it often is the number one situation. Some people actually throw it in their microwave. You put this in the microwave for 60 seconds, you'll revive it as far as anything living in there, but it's just not gonna have a lot of junk. What I suggest is every time you're done washing your dish, it's done. Squeeze all the water out. You get a little frustration out when you're doing it. Just get that sponge dry. And then I store it in like a little cup. This is supposed to be a salt dispenser. I couldn't get my fat hands in there, so now it's the sponge holder. What it does is it keeps it upright. You can find something else. Just keep it from sitting in more water or moisture and allow it some space around it to dry. Being that we're in Arizona, this will dry out in about 30 seconds. So sponge health is really important. You're gonna have a sponge sitting in the sink. Like I said, it's going to be a Petri dish of just all kinds of organisms, microorganisms, and little nasties. And in this day and age of viral panic, if you will, we need to be a little more conscientious of washing our hands and what we're using to wash it. You can't wash something clean with something that's dirty. My mom always said that. How are you supposed to get clean in that bathroom if it's filthy? So I learned how to clean my bathroom. Something that I also will do, I have peroxide, hydrogen peroxide, the stuff that you put on your cuts. I keep a little jar by the sink, and on occasion, I'll just take it, give it a little pour onto the sponge. See that? It's already working. Yeah, right? It was actually giving off heat too. Whew. So that baby's got some peroxide in it, it's cleaning it. So that's another nice option if you don't want to use the microwave option. And then lastly, I keep a spray bottle, $1 at the store, and I use isopropyl rubbing alcohol. 70% is normal. I use the 90 because I want to get it right, it's nicely clean. So I will also, on occasion, give everything a quick little dose, put it back in the dryer, and now you got a nice sanitized sponge if you're not going to throw it away. And please, by all means, keep it dry. because you're gonna keep yourself sick. Just like these things, you know, I keep one over here all the time. It gets dirty. It'll end up giving you back some kind of love. All right, so we got the sponge and the soap out. I'm gonna get to you in a second about water. You know,